10 runs to the St. Louis Cardinals, but he has been really, really good since.
They can catch the ball around the infield, and when you have that as a pitcher, it forces you and makes you want to get in that zone. Let them work early and often.
Called strike on the corner to Kazuma Okamoto. Last time the Blue Jays were here, Okamoto hit a huge home run, and the Blue Jays come back to beat the Cubs 8-6. Well, that was a while ago. That was actually Father's Day. Their Father's Day giveaway is being handed out today because the game was postponed.
Better late than never, right? Better late than never.
I'm sure Dad still appreciates it. Three-one pitch. Probably understand Okamoto laying off that one, although it is called a strike. 3-2. And that'll be ball four as Kazuma Okamoto takes a walk. That was a bit of a scattered at bat from Peterson. Probably deserved to issue that walk a pitch early.
394.
Alejandro Kirk on the ground, and that'll sneak through into right field. Okamoto took a peek. He decides to hold up there. The 1-1. Ground ball left side. Bregman on it, throws to second for one, and safe is the call at first. Laz Diaz made the signal. And for now, it's a fielder's choice for George Springer. Runners on first and third. Craig Counsell's not going to challenge. Springer creeping off, and another step off and throw, and that means that George Springer is going to advance to second base, and the runner from third is going to come home. I don't know if Peterson knew that or if he didn't remember Okamoto was there, but three disengagements, that's a balk, and it's a run for the Blue Jays.
It makes you wonder if Peterson.
Seventh pitch. And he gets him to roll over to third. Ernie Clement juggles it for a moment, and the call is safe. Okamoto, though, quickly turned to the Blue Jay dugout. We'll see if the Blue Jays want to take a look. It looked like they might have got him to the naked eye, and John Schneider's going to challenge. Laz Diaz has a better view than we do from up here, but that looked like an out.
Toronto 7 to save, call it first.
Bit of a tricky hop at third base for Clement. You can see it just kind of gets stuck all up underneath the elbow, but he's able to recover, doesn't panic. He's able to make a good strong throw over to third base. So many times you've got to make sure that your clock doesn't speed up. Very easy play to not feel it secured in the glove and to just bobble it and lose control of the baseball. You still got to play. He stays with it, and I think he's out, Ben.
Tend to agree. Kazuma Okamoto and Seiya Suzuki getting to hang out for a little bit. Actually, in spring when I was getting to know Okamoto a bit, asked him about his friends in the majors. He mentioned Suzuki.
The call's been overturned. The runner's out. The runner retained.
Kazuma Okamoto leading off for the Blue Jays. He's playing first base today, second day in a row. No Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who continues to want to recover a little bit, or John Schneider, I should say, wants him to recover from a little bit of tightness in his right hamstring. Plus, they got these quick couple day games and travel days in a row.
17 games in a row this time of season will start to wear on you a bit. John Schneider was asked, well, you think it helps Vladdy's mental state having a couple of days off? He said, not really. When a guy's kind of going through it and he has the expectations that he has and he feels the weight of what he's been going through this season, he wants to be out there. And sometimes it is really good to not only get a physical reset, but a mental reset.
Off the pitcher, Peterson. It caroms to Horner, and the throw wide. Safe is Okamoto. And Peterson appears to be okay.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've seen a multi-piece fracture like that, where the barrel flies about halfway between the pitcher's mound and shortstop. Peterson, the left-hander, he's kind of finishing his motion, moving towards that third base side. Watch the barrel just explode. You could see him kind of react a little bit. Probably a ball that Swanson has the best. friendly confines. It just, as a player, you check that big box off. They've revamped a number of different aspects of this ballpark to kind of get it up to date as quickly as possible. The big scoreboards out in left center and right field, they just add a ton of character to this field. It's a beauty. It's one that every major leaguer wants to hit and cross off ASAP.
It's really cool to arrive at this ballpark because it truly is just in the middle of a neighborhood for the most part. You're driving on a bus and you see apartments and apartments and apartments, and oh hey, there's Wrigley Field.
There it is.
Right there. For football fans, it's kind of a similar thing to like Lambeau Field, although that's in a smaller place than Chicago, where you just turn a corner and all of a sudden there's a big stadium or a big ballpark right there.
People watching the game from rooftops right behind the stadium. It's wild. Unique ballpark as well. Not a lot of foul territory down the right field lines. You just can never give up on a foul ball, but behind home plate there's a ton of different area back there. You got to be worried about the caroms off of the brick. You got to factor in a lot of different things here, especially when it's your first series as a player. You're not just playing the game, you're kind of playing the elements of the stadium as well.
Shorten the gaps deep in the corners is a unique shaped park. And Okamoto trying to hold up there. I think he told Laz Diaz, if anything, if Diaz didn't know, he went around. Up the middle, backhand play by Clement. A skip throw to first there in time. Nice play by Ernie Clement, who switched to second base mid-game. And it's up the middle on the ground. Andres Jimenez pounces on it. 2 outs with Amaya advancing to third. Think about the path potentially that Straw had taken to first down the line. Cosmo Okamoto fouls back the first one. Hanging cutter there, if there is such a thing. 0-1.
This is the type of pitcher that's going to really test your plate discipline in terms of what's your plan. Can you lay off certain pitches? He's going to nibble around the zone.
Foul back that time on a slider. Real lunge across the plate for that one. 0-2.
Nothing real overpowering from Savali. Cutter's going to be around 88. Fastball around 90, 92. Can't be in a rush versus Savali.
Okamoto drove in his 70th run of the season last night, third most ever by a Blue Jays rookie. And he lifts this one to left field, but there's a lot of room out there for Ian Happ. And now 2 outs. On the ground at third, Smith to first, and that's 7 scoreless for Dylan Cease. 36 scoreless in a row on the road. On the ground, left side, backhanded Jimenez, deep throw, but he gets his fellow shortstop Swanson. Still 2 shots to drive in Jimenez from second. So much traffic for the Blue Jays today. Only 1 inning that they did not have a base runner or a base hit was the 6th. They went down in order. Probably should be a little bit more comfortable of a lead than it is, but
that's a little bit louder.
Okamoto had a walk, scored in the first on the balk, had a base hit in the third. Strikeout and fly out since. And just manages to keep himself alive. Savali at times a starter in his career, approaching 40 pitches. It's 2-2. And he got him to chase up and in. Tied him up with a cutter. Savali's got a chance to get out of it after this big strikeout of Okamoto.
A front hip cutter. Do not see that very often. Remember Chris Bassett throwing that from time to time to Aaron Judge. And it's just about matchup and execution.
On the ground, up the middle, he leaves it, but Jimenez's only play is over to first, and there are two down. Ian Happ, the winning run, swings and bounces a ball to third base. Josh Smith to first, and we got extra innings. Blue Jays go
Mental reset.
Off the pitcher, Peterson. It caroms to Horner, and the throw wide, safe.
That third base side, watch the barrel just explode. You could see him kind of react a little bit.